So we're approaching 30, so that's fun. It's always fun once you get past 30 because the zombies get a little bit stronger, and that's excellent because it's delicious. So the game actually starts to get somewhat real, just like real life, like Riese is in real life, obviously. If you've never played Riese for a real life game, it's just like this. Obviously, because this is based on real life. Didn't you know that? Of course you did, because everyone does. Oh, and there's one behind me. That's excellent. That's absolutely fantastic. And we're not dead though, so it's okay. Uh-oh, he's getting hit. Oh, he's good, he's good. You just see the little, the player indicator, the little arrow thing that tells you if you're getting hit when it turns yellow. But you guys probably do that unless you're on Xbox, in case you don't feel anything, obviously. I heard they're making a new Xbox and it doesn't allow you to insert the disc, but then they're going to make the exact same version but a little bit different, the Elite version, and you're allowed to insert the disc into that one. That's basically how they made their controllers, isn't it? Not an Xbox fan if you didn't know. Although I own one as of 4 days ago and haven't been able to use it. So we're returning that piece most likely tomorrow. Or throwing it right into the trash. No, I will break it and smash the pieces if I can't return it, which I'm hoping I can, obviously. I'd like to put that credit towards the PlayStation 4, obviously. Like, that's what I should have got in the first place. Why I even bothered with an Xbox. Apparently because I'm mentally handicapped. No, it's because I took I trusted the judgment of one of my other gaming friends who I do respect a great deal. So went with his advice, but ultra failed. So super wicked ultra fail. It's definitely the biggest gaming fail of my career. I can't believe how much money I spent on the Xbox and all its related accessories, etc. and stuff. So, if you ever want to feel like the world's biggest dipshit, go spend your life savings on an Xbox and everything that goes with it and have it not work, and then, enjoy that nonsense. And don't forget to get their Elite controller because their regular one doesn't function correctly. I wish they made an Elite version of the Xbox One S because it also doesn't function correctly. Amazing, right? Absolutely mind-blowing. But I didn't know that, so I bought one. and now I regret it. I just could have bought so many games for PlayStation 4 that all work correctly with that money. Like, what do I do with these Xbox One games since I can't play them? And never will. What do I do with this other controller? Obviously, I'm smashing that. There's no question about that. It's not worth whatever I could get for trading it in. It's just not. It's getting smashed. You know, on the one hand, I really hope I can exchange the console for credit and stuff. But on the other hand, it would be fantastic to actually get that video of smashing it. So, but you know, huge waste of money, which I really can't afford. But still, would be excellent as a video. Obviously, I'd rather get the PlayStation 4 because I could make videos of that if I did, which would be, you know, more satisfying in the long run than just a video of smashing an Xbox One S. But you know, I'll settle for that if that's what I have to do because I hate it so much. I don't hate many things in life, and I don't hate anybody, but I hate Xbox completely and fully. There is nothing but hatred in my heart for Xbox. Maybe I don't hate the Xbox 360 quite so much, because it's never done anything to me, but I have played on one. I still don't like it, but I don't hate it. But I hate the Xbox One S, especially because that's the one I got, and it doesn't work. It sucks. Like, I wish that I had just traded all that money for $1 bills, put them in a big pile, and lit them on fire. What a good video that would have made. It's better than what I'm not streaming with the Xbox One S, isn't it? I'm not streaming anything, am I? Nope, I'm not. I'll get a crawler for you, dude. Oh, I was thinking that way. What a load of crap, dude. I'm just, you know, I'm in utter disbelief of how bad it is. It doesn't make sense. If this was their absolute first attempt at a console, I'd understand. But, like, I'm led to believe they've made others before. And this is somehow an improved version of one of the pre-existing ones that supposedly already works correctly. I find that hard to believe. The way that I find it hard to believe that the world is flat, because it's not. Wow, I was having an issue there. I don't know why I'm not just ray gun crawler making, and I'm like grenading, but it's cool, right? I actually think they're weak right now because I burned them, so they'll probably die. So I'm gonna like use grenades. Yeah, if you need a crawler, just make one. Well, I gotta wipe this control out. I've been trying, but it hasn't worked for her yet. People. I wonder if I write that it's like not in English. If I'll get more people watching. Probably not. I'm gonna update it to around 30 plus, and I'm not quite there yet. So. Beginner players. Nope, not a tag that I'm going to use. Casual gameplay. Nope, nope, not at all. Not quite. Back to the boxer. Match commentary, definitely. Alright. We've got our tags. Oh, sweet. We did get 5 viewers though in the last 2 rounds, so that's cool. Nice. So the tags are working. Let me write 2-player. Cool beans, yo, cool beans. I gotta go to the bathroom, so let me go hide somewhere. They can't find me. Obviously, there's no such place, but hold on. I'll be at the mainframe. I just gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh, no. Oops, I didn't mean for a monkey, but I did so. Yep, I'll be right back. I'm back. Super duper excellent. Bum 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 bum. Waffle blasting, waffle blasting, blasty blasted. Lol. I did found you, you little teddy bear man, you. It's convenient since you hide in the same spot every time. That's how I know where you are. The teddy bear thinks he's so sneaky hiding in the exact same spots every time, but we remember where he is. We know. Blasty, blasty, blasty. Oh, I did found another one. You are correct, sir. But I can never find the last one. Oh well. Ready when you are. Ready when you are. Need more grenades, though. Okay, so last stream I wondered whether you could get a headshot with the ray gun or not. Since you can shoot them in the head, and it sometimes kills them and blows their head off. Well, I have 80 headshots. We'll just pay attention and see if that number ever changes. Obviously, I can get headshots from knifing, but I'll try not to do that. So that way we can just tell. Are you ready? Because I'm going to shoot this guy in the head. Oh, wait. Make sure you're ready, though. Alright, he's ready. About to find out if you can get a headshot from ray gun. And no, you cannot. Despite definitely blasting his head off and killing him, which is how any other gun gets a headshot, you cannot get credit for it with the ray gun. And obviously you can't with the flamethrower either, or I would have at least one, but I don't. So, cool. Good to know, I suppose. But you can get them with the knife, so I don't know why that's possible. Oh, you just can't with the ray gun, man. They just don't let you. Because if you could, I would have just gotten one. So unless I get a knife headshot, I won't get one for the rest of the game. Which is okay, because I can get it. It's not like it's special to me. If I'm going for headshots, obviously I'd use a gun if you get them. And then they'd be special to me. I'm good. Oh. Oh. So, whoa, whoa, yoink. What. Alright, let's go. Blasty. That dog is, he's been blasted, that's all there's to say. He has been blasted. I recommend blasting all your dogs because I recommend it. It comes recommended. That zombie died on me. What a move. What a move. Money. The Troll Master. I want to cover that Nightwish song just, obviously just because of that. But maybe I will. I mean, I've covered other songs for like less of a reason, Yeah, it would be kind of fun. You know what? I made one Jury song. I might as well make another one, and obviously called Patrol Master or something like that. But it won't be an original tune this time. It's going to be that Nightwish tune. But that's cool. So it's fine with me. Maybe people will actually listen to it. Who knows? Who cares? My other song is excellent. I don't care if no one else listens to it. It's still awesome. It's way better than the song they have on this in the map. In my opinion, this song is annoying. Or maybe that's because I heard it 800 bazillion times. No, it's not. Or mine anymore. So who knows? Maybe it just sucks and mine doesn't. That's more likely. For one, I don't use words that I don't know what they mean. Neither do they. Well, I know what they mean, but I promise you the chick singing the song has no idea what the word means. Like half, like 3 of the words that she uses. I promise you that she doesn't. She probably had to ask how to pronounce it when she read it. She's like, "What's that?" They're like, "Just say it." She's like, "Okay," because she's getting paid money, so she doesn't care if she doesn't know what it means. Like, it's just such a noob move. Guarantee they had to find that word in a thesaurus, like, not because it's like impressive, just because it's not a word most people use. They don't even use the word that it's derived from, so obviously they don't use that form of it. Like, I've never heard someone use that word before, ever. I mean, unless you're in an advanced math course, which is the only place I've heard the root word used, never that form of it. You would just never use that form of it in regular conversation. Especially not like the third phrase into a song, unless you were just really try-harding, which obviously they are. Notice they don't use any other fancy words the rest of the song, just in the first 5 seconds. Like, can you say try hard? I can try hard. Like, what a joke of a song, dude. Not to mention they completely mess up the timing twice in the song. Yeah, it's worked into it to like be seamless, but it's completely messed up. It's not even close. Well, it is close, but it's wrong. So, like, you just have to have a metronome on and listen. I haven't. It's obviously that it's wrong, but you want to too. You could just put a metronome on and be like, hey, look, they didn't change time signatures, yet they missed an entire beat and added an extra one over there, but not in the same part, because that would obviously equal out, but it isn't like that. It's just pathetic. They just aren't musicians. Like, was it just too tricky when the drums cut out for them to continue? I don't know. Apparently it was. Like, they tried to do a polyrhythm and failed miserably. Like, wow. The one polyrhythm in the song and they couldn't do it right. Like, polyrhythm failed, son. Which makes me cry, because I love polyrhythms. They probably don't even know what a polyrhythm is and don't realize that's what they were attempting. They just know they were trying something that didn't work, but kept it in the song anyway. That's okay. We won't completely hate on them for being such musical failures. Just a little bit. Since I have to hear the song every day of my life at least 800 times. It wouldn't kill me if people would at least wait till round 30 to play it, not like round 10 every game. Come on, people. You're torturing me. That's why I have the music turned way down on this game. Because I don't want to hear that ever again. Sorry, I had to wipe something from my eye real quick. That's why I was playing with one hand. Oh, it didn't kill him, made a crawler. That's bad, but I lived. Yay! It's bad when you shoot twice at a guy, but miss him the second time, so you only make him into a crawler and don't kill it. And you get stuck on him like I just did sometimes, and you can die. I'm actually surprised I didn't die, but, you know, it's okay. I'll accept a little bit of luck here and there when it happens. It doesn't usually need to happen, but once in a while it does, so we'll accept it. Especially since we have no other choice. I just don't like getting lucky, because that means I obviously required it, and I don't like requiring it. Blast you. Oh, sorry, I definitely thought there was another one. And I thought that was a fast one, and it wasn't. Well, I realized that after I pulled the trigger, because I'm a big fat failure. So I'm fat, I'm ugly, and nobody loves me. Which should be its own stream in itself. I don't know how that would be a stream, but it could be. And it should be. And it will be. And it was. And it always was. And you knew that it always was. Search deep within your heart. Didn't you always know that it was? Of course you have. And you did. And you will. I'm actually just kind of saying random stuff like that. Time to run away, time to run away. Burn them, burn them, burn them with fire gun. I love the fire gun. I wish I had two, even though it wouldn't do anything because you don't need to, because it doesn't run out of ammo, but I still want another one. I would take 3 if I could. I mean, no, I wouldn't, because that would be stupid. I wouldn't be able to run with the ray gun. I wouldn't have one, but you know. I still love it, is the point. I love the flamethrower. Dude, if any map doesn't have the flamethrower, and if I ever play another map, so already the likelihood of this statement ever existing is pretty low, but if it did, and it didn't, then I'd be sad-faced. If I played it, sad-faced, very sad-faced. I love the flamethrower. It makes me smile. Well, it doesn't really make me smile, but I do love it. I do enjoy it. I enjoy it very much. And if it obviously if it ran out of ammo, that would just like completely suck. So it's good. But it doesn't. I mean, it wouldn't be very helpful if it did. You know, like because you know the same reason that all the other guns aren't very helpful when they do, like because they're empty. Ah, we're gonna have to make another loop. I wasn't going to grab that, and then I realized, hey, why not? So I did. And that's the story of that insta-kill. Very short, but very true. Short and true, and sweet as well. Because things that are short are often sweet. At least that's what we're led to believe, isn't it? Well, here's 1 second of spinning since it's going to wear off soon. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, next time I'm just going to grab it and run away. Because I don't really trust the monkeys at this round. You know, you could try trusting them. You could also go down during the monkey because some of the zombies just don't care. Show me a player that consistently trusts the monkey, and I'll show you a player that consistently goes down. It's the same player. You didn't pick up on that part. That's too many leaps around. I shouldn't have to do so often, but. I plug my controller into like just a generic, like, you know, USB plug. Will that like disconnect it from the PlayStation? I'll have to check during a crawler in case it does. Obviously, if I plug it into another PlayStation, it's going to disconnect that one, and that's not helpful. I guess I'll just plug it into that PlayStation over there, but use a different controller. Okay, we're going this way. Obviously, I'll just use a different controller. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. I turned towards the window, but I didn't actually look enough to see the window, so that was an absolutely pointless, almost window check. Which is all it ended up being, an almost window check, because I didn't even check the window. Burn, 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 burn. Ha! I got the dog even though I didn't know he was there and didn't actually mean to shoot at him. That's good. Like, good, I mean bad. Oh man, we did get through those, so excellent. Although if there was a dude around the corner, we still would have died. But we didn't. So that's all I have to say about that. It's like 7 laps, so I definitely just need to go slower in the courtyard, or else I'm definitely going to pay in a bad way. So we're going to do that. Modify our running a little bit here. But I just can't go around that often. It's just not safe. That's much more safe. It's also safer, but your word choice is not important right now. It is mine. It is important that I blasted this dog. I'm blasting. Burn the dog. And then either shoot him once or let him die from more burning. Doesn't matter to me as long as that dog dies. Oh, that dog. Hello, dog. Way to spawn right in my face. I appreciate it. Like I always do. Blasted that crawler, man. Now he blasted the crawler, man. Look at that. Sun drop is bomb, 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 bomb. I don't want it. That might be the rest of them. I'm not like sure yet. No, I'm pretty sure. I know grenades don't usually do anything, but they're burned, so there's actually a chance that they will, but who knows. Yep, got one. Oh, that's not Lindsay. That's much better. Sorry, I'm not alert. Alright. See if anyone has checked out this game. What's that? 13. Nope, not 12. I don't know what this thing, this marker thing actually is, but we're gonna make one here. Once the flamethrower finally shows up in the view. Oh, I told it to add it, so hopefully it does that. I don't know what it's like taking so long for. Build to create marker? Wow. Yeah, it did that time. Like, I don't know. So, who knows? It worked, so. I guess I don't have to do that. Alright, cool. Hey, good news, my hands are finally not cold. That's only took from the moment I woke up till what, 7 p.m.? That's not helpful. I can officially play video games now. My hands are warmed up. It doesn't even take all day, though. Whatever, dude. Whatever, man. Yar. You actually made the winter shins. It's garbage. But that's okay. Well, for your kids. Ready? Nice. Nice. Super McBlasty sauce. That's what I say. So let's win. Oh, I didn't want that to happen. Nobody wants that to happen. Burn. Oh, got you. Monkey man, monkey man. I was gonna say I don't hear the monkey man. It was like a delayed monkey man or something. I don't know. I'm putting down a Betty for. Let's go get you the jugulator because you need the jugulator. Wom, wom, failed waffle. All right. Sometimes it just doesn't make the waffles, and you have to try again. Wow, that's not how you should have done. Apparently, if I did manage to hit myself with it once, so that was excellent beyond all measurable comparison. That was a failure of the waffle shot, and I got a grand total of 1 with that one. You probably get your speed. We can start teleporting, whatever. When we teleport, you can try to get speed cola if you want. Obviously we can check, but if they're there, don't get it. But if they're not there, let's get it for you, and I'll try to waffles at them. Just doing a couple. Okay, never mind. You didn't. Hello, dog. Goodbye, dog. That's how we deal with dogs. We blasty them, blasty them, blasty them. I would recommend you blasty your dogs. For best results, it's recommended to blasty face your dogs. That's what the manual says to do. So, obviously that's just what I do. What the manual tells me to do. In it, explicitly, specifically states to blasty face your dogs. There are no other, there's nothing else it says about dogs in the manual, to be honest. It only refers to them once, and when it refers to them, it just says to blasty face them. So, that's basically all there is about that topic. There's nothing else to know. Blasty face. I was like him actually killing it, but I said blasty face as he killed it, so I guess I can get credit for it. Blasty face. You can use whatever gun you want to blasty face them. Oh, I'm getting hit now. There's one. Super blasty face. Yeah, that was like anticlimactic. It was nonetheless a blasty face. Excellent. Blasty. Blasty. Blasty face. One. Burn them, burn them. Ah. That dog got burned. So. So, Gillies, how are you saying it? I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it right. Eventually, the teleporter is just not going to work. I don't know how many times you've been 30/40 plus, but eventually it just doesn't let you teleport, randomly. So when that happens, I'm going to say that it's broken, and you'll see me run away. I recommend you do the same. Now, it doesn't always break for both people, so if you want to try it, the moment I tell you it's broken, you can try it, but if it doesn't work right away, you've got to run. And then we'll come back to it later, and hopefully it works, and that's how it goes. And it's going to happen all the time eventually, many, many, many times. If you get far enough, it's just how it works. So be ready for that. It does not usually happen early in the game. But if you get far enough, it always will. So that's the deal with that. It's a little early now for that to happen, which is why I wanted to mention it. It doesn't help much if I mention it after it happens and you die from it. You'll be like, what happened? I died. You didn't teleport. And I'll be like, hey, the teleporter didn't work. And you're like, oh, would have liked to know that was going to happen before it happened. And that's why I'm telling you now. Like, every game, it will happen if you get far enough. Just like if you get far enough, dogs will spawn during the round every game. But obviously that happens anywhere from 16 to 18 every game. So people are obviously aware of that. It's just, the teleporter breaking, it takes a lot longer for that to happen. Which is why, like, some people that never really get to the 40s, when they once in a while do, and it breaks, they're just like, what just happened? Dude, I couldn't teleport. It's like, yeah, that's going to happen every game, dude. Like, not like if it happens, it's going to happen. It's the way Riese is. No, it's just how Riese is. It's not a glitch, it's how they made the map. Everyone thinks it's a glitch, not everyone. Obviously, people who don't get far often think it's a glitch because they get there like once a year and they're like, dude, man, the teleporter just like wouldn't work until I went down, then it worked. It's like, yeah, that's how the map goes. Literally every game. If you get far enough. So, expect it. The skill isn't getting that far, it's getting past that far. And it isn't that hard if you know how. You teleport early, and when it breaks, you run away. That's why I always go to C. Have fun getting out of A or B when that happens. Got your back. Blast it! Oh, I almost blasted myself. But it's okay. My fault for taking the second shot. I'd recommend double tap, but you don't have to get it. I can't make it. If I could, I would though. No. Blasted myself. Whoa. Blasty the dogs. Right here we like to blast the dogs, man. We like to blast him right in the face hole. Blast. Stab the crawler till he dies, and it takes a while. It takes a while. That's a Aqua Teen Hunger Force reference. Moon and Knights reference. To be specific, it's reference, the little green one, not the slightly bigger pinkish purplish red one. That's not right. It's just I'm sorry. Yeah. Ignignok is definitely the bigger one. Is definitely the tiny one. Is hilarious good. Wow. Well, I'm not exactly sure what kind of a name Ignignok is, but it's pretty sweet. I think it might be almost over. I'm just not sure. Yeah, it's definitely almost over. That might be the last guy. Yeah, it is. And he might die on his own. He did. Oh, we might have crawler hands or something. It sounds like another runner, actually, but nope, crawler man. One. What? The reason that I do the double Thompson is because when you do that, you get 450 reserve bullets, which mathematically, if you only hit one guy with each one of the bullets and never killed anything, you'd have enough money to buy ammo when you're empty, which obviously means you can make a lot of profit and enough to buy ammo. So that's like theoretical infinite ammo. because you can always afford more. So that's like one of the main reasons to do the double Thompson. Especially in the high rounds when you don't have ammo for anything else. You'll always have enough money to buy ammo for Thompson and make profit. So that's real sweet. Just one of those sweet things that a lot of people just don't know about. So, that's the main thing in the late rounds is, what do I have ammo for? Well, if you get a double Thompson or double FG, you'll always make enough money to buy more ammo and continue to make profit. So that's just obviously really good. It's just one way you can do it. It's pretty efficient. But I would definitely recommend the double Thompson over the double FG just because the Gibsmatic is so much stronger and more accurate than the FG, the Impeller. But the Impeller does hold a lot more ammo when you do the double, but it depends on, do you want just money or do you want to kill things? If you want to kill things, the Gibsmatic is where it's at. Obviously, if you can get a Reaper at 31, it'll help, but it will run out of ammo too. Which is why the double Thompson is just such a good option. Almost out of the Reaper. Now, as you saw me do it the other game, it's a little bit risky doing it during the round, but if you train them well enough like I was doing, and then teleport and do it quick, sometimes you can still get away with it. Obviously, it wasn't all that smooth that game that I did it, because they definitely were still over there, but I got past them and I still grabbed it, so it was okay. But usually they're not quite there, so usually it's like there's no one in the way. I mean, if you run for long enough so they're all behind you, but I still grabbed it, so it was all good. It's obviously preferable, or preferable, however you want to say that, to do it during the crawler for obvious reasons. So. When I'm feeling crazy, I'll do it during the dog round too. It's not that crazy, but they definitely can get in your way and keep you getting it. And if you've got 2 or 3 after you, and you try to get it out of the packet punch, I've definitely died right after I took it, so that sucks too, but it's all good. It's all part of the fun. Come here, little crawler man. Follow me over here. When Teddy Bear comes up, you will get no gun, no gun. My God. What gun are you going for? Your PPSA? Sure. I have to assume that he has the MG and the ray gun, and I have flamethrower and waffle. I'm pretty sure the only other gun he could be interested in is the PPSA, but I don't know for sure. There are a few other guns that some people are interested in, but he doesn't seem to be one that likes those guns. So I would have to guess it's the PPSA, but I don't know. Not for sure. I don't know conclusively. My dejuicer is broken. Wah, 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 wah. Blast it. Oh, I found him. I knew I'd find him eventually. He can't hide from me. Teddy Bear Man. He could never hide from me. I'm the hide and seek master. And you should have seen me playing hide and seek with 5 and 6-year-olds. Man, they could not hide from me. Granted, it was only last week, but I owned them nonetheless. La 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 la. Whoop their asses. Go! Totally threw that grenade into the box from here. I'm actually relatively excellent at scoring grenades into the box from fairly long distances. It's one of my many useless skills on Riese. I can also run the map backwards and run it while doing a continuous 360. I've got plenty of videos of that, although I didn't start making them for like a month ago. But I've been doing it for a while. Oh, missed twice in a row. That was a no-look shot. I threw it while there was smoke. Like, oh, it apparently didn't go in and bounced out. That's sad. But that's okay. It's sad but true, as things often are in the land of Riese. So we'll just have to live with it, or die without it, depending on your personal preference. Waffle blasting. Oh, there it is. That mustard is going for. It's the special edition. It costs more than the one on the wall. Wah, 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 wah. It's not one. There's two. There's only 2 guns that have special editions. They're not really special editions, but there's only 2 guns that cost more out of the box. The carbine and the car. Well, they cost 200 and 600 in the other order off the wall, and obviously out of the box they cost $9.50. Whoa! Alright, I'm going to figure that you apparently are since you jumped at me. Blasty! Blasty! What? Whoa! What does this dog think he's doing? Whoa, what does this dog think he's doing? I'm not allowed to spawn up here with me with the waffle maker. That's why I shot myself. Not allowed. Not allowed. But they do it anyway. Dogs are notorious for not listening. Notorious DOGs, as they're called in some parts of Australia. I'm surprised I've actually never heard or said that before. Kind of funny, I suppose. Notorious DOGs? Oh. I guess there was never any context for that to come up before, though, so. Now that there was, it simply has, and you know it is, and it always was. You know it deep and within your heart that it always was, and it always will be. Don't you believe that? You know it's true. Search deep within yourself. You know that it is true. Blasted. It's common for me in the late 20s and early 30s and the rest of the game to be uttering complete nonsense that generally isn't even remotely true, so just bear with me. It's part of the beauty of the race. Wow, jump. I gotta check the controller health. Hopefully I don't die while I do this. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Blasty, blasty, blast. I guess my headbutt doesn't go blasty right now. It could, if it wanted to. It just doesn't, that's all. It just doesn't, that's all, but it could if it wanted to, but it don't want to. Well, use with the flamethrower have to come blasty. It's got no use for it, like, that's why it doesn't, but if it wanted to, it certainly would. That's why it doesn't, because it doesn't want to. You can't tell the flamethrower what it wants to do, it tells you what it wants to do. Isn't that how it works? You know it is. It's just within your heart, you know it is. That's the way it works. At least on the Riese, that's the way it works. Everybody knows that. I know that, you know that, your mom knows that. Even your dad knows that. He doesn't even play this game. Which is good, because he sucks at it. He isn't any good at all. I don't know if it goes down at like round 7 every game. He does, and then he rage quits like a big noob that he is. There's a big norb. Big norb cake. No pain. No pain. Your father is an okay. Blasty man, blasty man. I did not kill that dog because I am a loser. I'm fat and ugly and nobody loves me. Run away. Run away, run away, run away. Run away is definitely a common theme here on Riese. So is blasty their face. But perhaps no theme is as common as rage quitting. I'm sure we've all seen that one too many times. Much more than one too many times. It's like the most common occurrence. Super duper rage quitters. Norb. Oh, leave me over there, but we'll get him. Or I'll jump past him. Blasty face. Oh, Color Man is not going to get us down on the stairs. So we blasted his face, of course. Naturally, we blasted his face, man. That's how you want to do it on the race, don't you? Don't you know? That's how I do it. That's how my mom does it. She blasts their face. Doesn't people let them have a chance? They just blasted their face straight away. Isn't that right? I'm the right mate. That's how she does. Every time she does. That's why she gets the 55 bit time. Every time she gets that. Every single time. It's the truth. You know it's true. Especially within your heart, you know it's true. You know it's true. It always was. And it always is. And it always will be. Just stop lying to yourself. You know that. You know that by now. You simply would. You simply would. Mate. So it's got to add mate to everything because that's how it works. You know that. You know it. So it's deep within your heart. You know it's true. Well. Oh. It's getting blasty tasted. Blasty. Occasionally the zombies try to blasty face you back, so you just can't let it happen. Let's play with down. Oh, it's smart or not right? I know it's fine. That's all right. Run away. Run away. Burn, 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 burn. I love it when these super Norb pigs tell me how good they are. And I'm like, yeah, you're like decent and stuff. And they're like, man, I'm way better than you doing points. I'm like, yeah, what's your highest round? They're like, man, my highest round's like 32, man. I'll like zap them and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I generally get to 32 every game without having gone down yet. And they're like, yeah, right. I'm like, yeah, just watch me stream. It's just the way it is. And 0 down, like, you know, obviously not every game, but most games. You know, if you don't play often enough to be consistent, you don't play often enough. I mean, most players are consistent. They go down like, 11 times by round 20. It's consistent, if nothing else, and it is nothing else. Let's face it, mate, they're just trash. All of them are trash. Complete rubbish. And they think they're great somehow, though. It's the wonder of it all, isn't it? You know that it is. Burn. It's like right when people get to like 30 for their first time, they suddenly think they're the best player on Riese that's ever lived. It's just like the way it is. Once they get to 40, they realize they're not the best. They know they're okay, but they know they're not the best. But when they get to 30 for the first time, they honestly think they're just the best. I don't know, man. It's like a rite of passage thing. They're like, man, I've been to 30. I'm so good. They're like, how far are you been? I'm like, oh, a lot farther than that. They're like, yeah, well, I'm still better than you. It's like, well, your round doesn't say that, does it? Because 30 isn't a bigger number than my number. So, like, math would indicate you're incorrect, but you continue thinking that somehow. It's like you may have more downs in your worst game than my highest round, which is phenomenally amazing, but not more rounds than mine. Like, my highest round, I had 0 downs, obviously. All of my, I know he went the other way. All of my high rounds have had 0 downs. All the good ones, because they were all solo. And then, like, all my good well, not all my good 2-player ones. I definitely had 2 downs when I got to 60 for the first time, 2-player. Went down on round 2, and went down on round 15. And that was it. And then you would say, but you said you'd gone down, you said you got 60, so you must have done it at the end. Yeah, we killed ourselves at the end, because that was our target. 60. I don't count that, it was a suicide. You can count that if you want, so technically 3 down, it's okay. It's how you want to look at it. Except backwards and upside down, because that's not how you're supposed to look at it. I mean, I guess you could if you want to. It's got strength, right? Like, how are you going to look at it backwards? Like, if you're facing the other way, you're not looking at it. Or I guess you could use a mirror, but, you know, I kind of like the only way, so. Upside down you could do, but, you know, backwards, well, it's got eyes on the back of your head, you can have a hard time with that. But that would explain why people go down so much. If they had eyes on the back of their head instead of the front. At least that would explain it. Like, they don't seem to be able to see where they're going. If they could, why do they run into corners so often as if it's like a good spot to be? You never wonder that? Why people, like, get in trouble and then they just find a corner? It's like, that's a good way to ensure that you die, but not a good way to try to live, you know? Like, I don't know. They just have this affinity to corners. Like, I just find people dead in a corner all the time. It's like, why would you go there? Unless you were trying to die. It's like they're just like saying, well, it's time for me to die. Time to find a, you know, comfortable corner to stand in and aimlessly shoot at them from until they get too close to me and I die. It's like, yeah, they're like surprised every time. Like, oh man, lag. It's like, no, that's called a corner, not called a lag. We call them corners in America. Not sure where he's from, but we call them corners. And they're never a good place to camp, or be, or run, or hide. You can't really hide from the zombies, but people, you'd think they thought they could by the way they're in corners all the time. I don't know, man. It's the great mystery of Riese. It's one of the great mysteries. Scholars maintain that the meaning for corners, like standing in them, was lost long ago. So, there's that. I'm obviously burning no one, but it's okay. Real free. It looks like it's like over and stuff. I need more grenades, more grenades. Do 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 do. Oh, I tried blasting him. Crawler man. What? Super duper blasty songs. Whoa, crawler man. Oh, I got a headshot somewhere. It was most likely from a knife on a dog. Like that would that would definitely be my guess how I got it. Like I didn't. I mean, it could be a knife on a crawler too, but it was definitely a knife. It wasn't anything else. So how much? I'm pretty sure you can't get them with grenades, although I don't actually know that. It's just, I mean, if I primed one through into the air and it hit his head, I don't know. Maybe, but I don't know. And I'm almost positive you can't get one with a Betty. Like, I just don't think so. I mean, you can put them, like, on, like, the electric switch, which is, well, it is head height-ish. It's possible, I suppose, but I don't think so. But I don't know. I'd have to try it, but I don't think so. So that would just leave my knife. I'm good if you are. Although I do need 10 more points to make my number a tastier number. So wait. Okay, I'm ready. Oh, sorry. I needed 100 more points. I can't read or write. I'm illiterate. Although now I actually just want to get a bunch of 9s at the end. So let me get 20 more points and have a great, ridiculous number. There it is. Although I would like 40,000 more points, so it's 199990. I wish you could make the last number a 9, but you can't. Which is very sad, but it's okay. Ready if you are. There was a game that I was just about at 101,000, right? 100 and 1,010. So it was like 101010. Okay. Drinking, I guess. Nice. Could you make coffee?
Okay.
I got mail from my friend where I used to live. I'm ready if you are, dude. Yay! Yay! Ha! Ha! How's my bowling team? Well, funny that you should ask. I had to quit because they didn't accept me. Because I was as good as them, but it was literally my 3rd time ever bowling. And they didn't believe me. And so they gave me a hard time when I wasn't doing as well as I thought I should be. Which is obviously because I was new, and I still am. And being new, I'm not consistent yet. So they're just like jerks. So I quit. That's my life. I just can't accept that I could ever be this good at things when I start doing them. But get used to it, because I am. Like, wait till they shit their pants later on during the season when I join another team and I'm bowling like 200s consistently. They'd be like, "Thought you said you'd only bowled a few times." I'm like, yeah. And the first game that I joined the league, it was my 3rd time, but I've bowled like 10 times since then, and now I'm just bowling 200s, so get used to it. Some people are actually gifted. That's the way life is. Deal with it, but you're not one of them, apparently. Sorry, I didn't create you. I also didn't create you. Like, if I could turn down my amazingness, I would, a little bit, so they could accept it, but I can't. I simply can't. So, like, there's no part of it that has anything to do with being humble or being arrogant. It's just the way it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, if they think I'm good at bowling after my 3rd day, which I bowled like 6 games each one of those times, 3 each hand because I'm ambidextrous, wait, they should see how good I am at Riese, something I've actually practiced. But, they obviously don't play video games, so it wouldn't mean anything to them, but Yeah, this is how I look at something I've actually practiced. Which aren't many things in life, but yeah, the few that I have practiced. I'm not proud of not having practiced many things, but it's simply that doesn't matter. And why would I want to when people like that just need to accept simple truths like, dude, it wasn't even like I was that good. Okay, it kind of is. Like my third game, like my very third game, which was like a month and a half ago, I bowled a 149. But that's not like, it's not like crazy or anything. It's just a 149. It's not like I bowled that every game since then. I haven't. I've only bowled it like twice since then. So, whatever, man. People just can't accept anything different than what they know personally. And that's life, isn't it? I suppose. It's not my life. Like I accept things that I don't understand personally, like other people. Like I accept they're just different. So if they're good at different things, that's cool. I find that interesting. I like that. I embrace it. They have different interests and different hobbies in different areas. I think that's really cool. I don't like hate on them for it. Like that's stupid and intolerant. But that's what they do. Most of them. Just about all of them. John, run away! Oh man. Nonsense. It's all nonsense, I tell you. And the very woman that was giving me the hard time about not doing it, quote, well enough, had a 34 in the fourth frame yesterday. I went to watch my grandfather bowl. A 34 in the fourth frame. I'm sorry, Jenny, are you sandbagging now? Since she accused me of that. Because I certainly didn't have just a 34 after the fourth frame. And I'd only bowled 3 times in my life at that point. So, what's her excuse for not playing well enough? Since she's been bowling for like 45 years. Okay, it's only like 35 years. She's like 60 something, so like she's obviously been bowling since she's like 30. I'd say obviously. It's not that obvious by the way she bowls, although she is, decent. She's like a 130 average. That's not like terrible, but I'm already doing that, so whatever. I'm also not normal. I don't expect. Oh, it's broken. It's broken. It's not working. It's not working. I can't teleport. Hopefully he figures it out. I'll try waffles out. Yo, I can't get it to go. We gotta run, man. And he's still trying. I got the monkey for him. Yo, I couldn't get the teleport to go, dude. You gotta run. I don't know if he can hear me actually because he's not seeming to respond. Hopefully it works now if he's still over there. Oh, it worked. That's not how you shoot a dog. That's how you miss the dog over and over again. Yes, shoot not close. In the event that he goes this direction, I've got to zap them all. So you can get through. Ah, I almost had a waffle. How did that happen? I don't even remember shooting it much, but apparently I did. So there's that. Ow! I blasted myself with the ray gun. Not the waffle, the ray gun. It's okay. So from now on, there's always a chance it's going to break. So just be ready for that. It's not likely to happen often, but it will happen. So just be ready for it. And that's why I teleport early. Oh, you didn't go down though. That's pretty good. Usually the first time it breaks, the person goes down. No, especially when I stay in it that long. He was like bossing it out in there. That was pretty sweet. He definitely stayed in it too long now, but he made it, so that's good. It eventually even let him go, so that's cool. Eventually it will, but you just don't know when, so. Bomb, 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 bomb. Double. Super dog blasting man. Super dog blasting man. Dog behind me. I have you surrounded. Burn, 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 burn. Sun dropped it, but I can't see it. Because I'm blinded by my fire gun. Blinded by its sheer awesomeness. Or something like that. I am blinded by my fire gun. Jump down. Jump down. Wop, wop, wop. I did a 270 when I meant to do a 180. That's 90 degrees of failure. Okay, I'll forgive myself. Blasting. Blasting. Sorry, I like to sing when I'm laying dirties, apparently. Down, down, down. No. Dog blasty. Saw that dude coming around, so I got ready to blasty face him. Well, more like blasty feet him because I not sure that's feet, not his face, but it's still called blasty facing. So there's that. Oh, I know that headshot was definitely, well, not definitely, but I'm pretty positive it was during the dog round because that's the only time I knifed anyone. And like I said, that's the only way I can get headshots right now is sniping. I don't know why, but you know, if you knife them in the head to kill them, they give you a headshot, and that's obviously easier to do on dogs because their head is like right there. So I was trying to get another one, but I didn't die. So failure. Ah, burp. I mean, you can get them on zombies too, but it's obviously like a lot more difficult to knife them in the head. But you can do it if you like. Usually you just do it by accident, but you can. So there's that. Oh yeah, crawlers. That would be like the most common way to knife a zombie in the head. But you know, for what it's worth, for your health, or whatever. You can definitely do it against the standing ones too. Because like you ever look at like round 1, 2, and 3, when like everyone's just knifing, some of them still have headshots, so you can get them from knifing. It's obviously not as common, but you can definitely do it. And knifing from a headshot from knifing gives you 130, not 100, so that's good. Because that would kind of be stupid if they only did 100 for it. to reserve bullets for the waffle maker. Let's forget. Oh, dog blasted. I'll just save them for a special occasion, like a monkey party. Not really. That's not my reason. Burn the dogs, burn the dogs. And they are all dead. Wah, 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 wah. I think 32 was our last dog round, I think. So it's obviously not yet, but, you know. I think it was 32. I'm pretty sure. Long. Not sure. These dogs keep bombing these beddings, but I'm gonna keep putting them back, so. Whoa, crawling man on the attack. And messes this dude. I'm asking him what his highest is. For those of you, oh, I almost kicked my cup. Hey, we got viewers! What's up, people watching? It's me in the Gillies and, I'm sorry. Oh, it's the Gillies Sniper, not Gillies. I keep calling you Gillies, and it's clearly Gilly Sniper, because I'm mentally handicapped and can't read English. Sorry. I'll probably just call you Sniper, because that's what I can call you. So we are playing some Riese. We're on round 35 when we kill the crawler, unless the crawler kills us. And that's kind of funny that I say that, because one of his downs was actually during a crawler. Pretty funny. But it happened, so that's cool. It's actually really awesome, because it's funny. But, so he only actually has, like, one legit down. Although it was a legit down, like, he was playing. I don't know how it happened, but it was probably a really funny story if I could have seen it. Yeah. So he's got one down at 34, technically one, because, you know, the crawler one, we won't really count it. And I've got 0, so we're definitely playing solid. Solid game so far. You know, he's definitely doing solid with the headshots. I'm not going to do the actual math, but 290 out of 980. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we just beat his highest round on this round. So from here on out, he establishes a new high round every round, so that's obviously really exciting. So this is definitely a good stream. Let's see what gun he gets. Oh, dropped my controller. Not my PS3 controller, my TV controller. Which is not a big deal since, well, it's just not. Some, that's the way it is. Oh, where'd he go? He must have gotten something. Has he ran away? Or is it just upgrading overhead? Oh. Let's go see. Pack a punch, man. Oh, I wouldn't recommend that. The Magnum actually doesn't get stronger, doesn't get a bigger clip, doesn't get more reserve ammo, doesn't reload faster, doesn't shoot faster. Let's see, what else is there that other guns get that it doesn't get? Everything. And actually, the only documented difference, other than getting chrome, is that it does more damage at long distance, which is useless. It's actually the only gun that gets absolutely nothing when you upgrade it, unless you actually value increased damage at distance. which honestly the shotguns would benefit from more, which the longboard doesn't technically, but does theoretically, since it shoots in a tighter grouping. But the Magnum doesn't have a grouping, so it's useless upgraded. But you're welcome to use it. It's just not any different. It does get a different name, but you know, unless you like the +1 kills you as a name, it's actually the same. Which is kind of funny since it +1 does not kill you. Well, it kills you, it just doesn't kill the zombies. Lol. See, you just used how many? You just used the full clip and you didn't kill him. So that happened. Sadly, I don't actually know. Maybe I do. No, I don't. I know what almost every gun gets when you upgrade it because they get multiple. Well, most of them get multiple benefits, and they're not all different, but they're not all the same either. Like for instance, the MG doesn't get stronger and the Thompson does. So like, they're not all the same. They don't all get stronger. They don't all get extra ammo. They don't all shoot faster. They don't all reload faster. They don't all get lighter. They don't all get a bigger clip. They don't all suddenly do splash damage. They don't, they don't all do the same thing. It depends on what gun. And Magnum only gets one thing that changes, and it's completely useless. Oh, I can help burn them. Oh, dude, he got out of the corner. That was masterful. He was definitely momentarily in that corner up there, but he got away, so that was awesome. That is definitely how some people die. Like, when we're training around like this, sometimes you try to jump down, but they just push you into that corner, and it's never good. Obviously, corners aren't good, contrary to what some people seem to think. Whoa! You do have those corner masters who every time they get scared, they go right into a corner. It's like, dude, don't do it. But you can't stop them. Nobody can. You know it in your heart. Search deep within yourself. You know that it's true. It is true, balls. Oh. La 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 la. Oh, dog bed. Wah wah wah. Oh, I fell down. I fell down. Burn 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 burn. He's got the 1001 Samurai. That's a good gun. If it held more ammo, it'd be awesome. Very low recoil, good firing rate, excellent reload speed, decent clip size. I think it's 60. Yeah, because it's 30. Is it 30 normally? Wow, I'm spacing out. Yeah, I think it's 30 normally, so it should be 60 upgraded. I don't remember how much ammo. I think it's 160 reserve upgrade, which isn't much, but yeah, I think it might be 200. Either way, it's not enough. So it's a great gun, high damage. What else does it have that I didn't mention? I think that was it. It obviously has a good running speed. So those are everything is good about it except for the ammo reserve capacity, which I think it's either 160 or 180. Pretty sure it's not even 200. But even if it is, which it could be, I forget. Which is sad because I know most everything else. But it's just not enough. Yeah, it might be 200 because most other guns have at least 250, which the Thompson, which still isn't enough. But yeah, I think it might be 200. Either way, it's just not enough. But it's a good gun though, other than that. So in other words, it's it's what it is. I'm pretty sure that the Wittershins also has a ridiculous low capacity, 160. Which he was using earlier in the game. Coincidentally, not ironically, because there is nothing ironic about that, but it is coincidence, or seemingly so. Burn the dog, burn the dog, burn, 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 burn. Still have 2 reserve bullets for the waffle. Oh, what's up? Got behind you. Blasty. Whoa, I blasted myself. No, it's dog hitting me. Okay. Oh, it's broken, dude. It's broken. I can't get it. Blasty, run away. And one more Blasty. Blast. Nope. I was trying to save him by blasting, but I wasn't able to Oh, they're gonna kill me during the monkey. Yeah, that's always great when they do that. Oh, the dog finished me off during the monkey. That's excellent. Super duper excellent. Ah, we are dead. We are dead. We are dead. We are dead. I should have gone to the back of the catwalk to throw that monkey for him. He didn't even end up eating it, and I died because of it. Oops, didn't do that. But you know, made a bad decision, and it cost me my life. That's how it works. So any of you complete noobs thought I was modding, I wasn't, and now I'm dead. Wow. Shouldn't have thrown the monkey. Don't usually, but you know, I did. So that's that. Wah 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 wah. Nice. High round for you is now 35. 2-player. Nice, 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 nice. Always exciting to get a new high round. Unless you're me, in which case you don't want anyone. At least still online, in case you want to play again. Sweet. So I might play again. Let's see what Super NES is doing. Alright. Later, man. I'll probably switch the stream over to some Sark.